Here in Colorado, we get significant hailstorms nearly every single year, and most homeowners assume that all shingles are basically the same, and they're not. Today, we're gonna be simulating hail damage on 4 different shingle products and brands using the Class 4 steel ball test to see which shingles are holding up. We're gonna be using Owens Corning Duration, Owens Corning Duration Storm, GAF ArmorShield, and Timberline Natural Shadow. Now, GAF ArmorShield II is a Class 4 shingle, and Owens Corning Duration Storm is also a Class 4 shingle. They have technically passed that test, but we're gonna see for ourselves. So what is Class 4? What are Class 4 shingles? And what does it mean as far as, hey, what's the best Class 4 resistant shingle for Colorado and potentially for your home? So the UL Class 4 test is the UL 2218 impact resistant test, where a 2-inch steel ball is dropped from 20 feet onto a shingle, and then that shingle is examined to see if it held up and there's no cracks or fractures, displacement of the matting, etc. So basically we're gonna see how well did the shingle hold up to that test, and it's designed to simulate hail damage. Obviously we're not engineers, we're just a roofing company. We have opinions about which shingles are gonna perform better than others, and we're gonna put our opinions to the test for a little bit of education for you and some entertainment for us. All right, first impact test is gonna be on GAF Timberline Natural Shadow shingles. This is one of the more popular shingles in Colorado for average Colorado homes, and we're gonna see how it does. 2-inch steel ball, drop from 20 feet. 3, 2, 1. All right, our first test, we're looking at GAF Timberline Natural Shadow. Automatically, we're seeing, 3 nice big impacts. It's really dented the shingle and embedded the granule. Let's go ahead and flip it over. Wow. Yeah, you can see bits of the fiberglass mat stabbing through. And we got one more right there. Definitely severely weakened the shingle. Yeah, and if I push on it, it just easily pushes through. So definitely a fracture to the mat of the shingle. That's about what I would expect from a shingle that is not a Class 4 shingle. It's not tested to hold up to that 2-inch steel ball dropped from 20 feet. Next up, Owens Corning Duration. Definitely a very popular shingle in Colorado. This is not a Class 4. We're gonna see how it holds up to the hail test. 3, 2, 1. Okay, Owens Corning Duration. This is not rated as a UL 2218 Class 4 shingle, so we're gonna see how it did to the steel ball impact test. I can see some nice big dents here, and then we flip it over. It's definitely a difference between whether it hit just on the shim here or on the section that's actually laminated as far as the thickness of the shingle. So let's kind of test these out. I'm just gonna test them with my finger, see how soft they are. Wow, they're pretty soft. Yeah, look at that. I can easily poke my finger through it without much resistance at all. That's about what I'd expect from Owens Corning Duration. Next up, Owens Corning Duration Storm shingles. One of the most popular Class 4 shingles in Colorado. In order to achieve the Class 4 rating, what Owens Corning does is they put this white matting on the back of the shingle, and that's supposed to make it Class 4, so we're gonna put it to the test. 3, 2, 1. All right, so this is Owens Corning Duration Storm. This is a Class 4 shingle. We should hope to see some better results out of this one compared to the Owens Corning Duration. So this one has passed the UL 228 Class 4 impact resistant test. So let's see if it held up to ours. We got nice big dents here. Initial observations, they're pretty similar to the regular Owens Corning Duration. Let's flip it over and see what the backside looks like. Still some nice big dents here. I've got kind of an interesting crease in that one. And then I'm gonna do my not very scientific test I did on the other ones where I kind of push on them. Yeah, they're pretty easy to fracture. Like, I'm seeing a fracture in this one here, poking through that woven mat that they kind of laminate on the back of the shingle to give it the Class 4 resistance. I have to say a little bit better than Duration, maybe, but still with a little bit of pressure, I can just go ahead and start to poke my finger through. My finger wants to come all the way through. The only thing really keeping it is this woven mat on the back. You can see it's just starting to separate. Not great, did a little bit better than the Owens Corning Duration, but I'm surprised at how aggressive the dents were in the back and kind of how easily I can, if I just push on them, I can just keep separating it and kind of exploit the fractures on the back of the shingle. So Owens Corning Duration Storm, I'm gonna give it an official meh. Last up, one of our personal favorites. This is GAF ArmorShield II. This is a Class 4 shingle. It's one of the most popular roofs that we install. For this shingle, they do not put a mat on the back. In order to achieve the Class 4 rating, what they do is actually put SBS, which is a synthetic rubber, mixed in with the asphalt to make the shingle more elastic. So 2 different ways of doing Class 4 shingles. We're gonna see if this one holds up to the test. 3, 2, 1, drop. Okay, our next Class 4 shingle, GAF ArmorShield II. Let's see how it did for the UL228 simulated Class 4 test. I can clearly see the hail impacts, and I still have a dent here, but initial observations are that the dent is not as pronounced. It's definitely not as deep into the shingle, but I still have a clear dent there from the steel ball. Let's go ahead and flip it over. This is the real test. Much harder to find the dents. They're not visually. There's one. I kind of have to feel for them. There's one. There's clearly one. So I'm gonna do my little kind of finger test here to see. I can still continue to push it a little bit, but my finger just gets more resistance, probably from the SBS rubber that's in the shingle. If I push pretty hard, I can start to just exploit that. But even if I push really hard, I still don't get a crack in the back of the shingle or any kind of fracture. And I can feel the elasticity of the rubber when I go to push on it. So I have to say, maybe I'm just confirming my own biases because I happen to like this shingle. And I realize we're only so scientific here with this little fun test we're doing. But for purposes of our little test, I think we can say the GAF ArmorShield II is our clear winner of our impact resistant test. Definitely performed the best. This is consistent with what I see in the field from thousands of inspections, looking at these different shingles after Colorado hailstorms. So I have to say I'm not too surprised. Yeah, GAF ArmorShield, clear winner. So as a roofing contractor in Colorado, we get a lot of questions from homeowners about Class 4 shingles. You know, are Class 4 shingles required by code in my area? Do I have to install them if I'm getting a new roof? Can I save money on my insurance premium, or do I get a discount from my insurance company once I install Class 4 shingles? And the last one is, hey, how much does it cost to upgrade to Class 4 shingles from a basic or average roof? So let's answer those questions. Where are Class 4 shingles required by code in Colorado? Unincorporated Boulder County, City of Lafayette, City of Fort Collins, among others. Where it's not required is in the City of Boulder or City of Denver, but keep in mind, you should check your local regulations and keep in mind these codes are changing all the time. So check with your building department before installing a roof because these are being updated regularly. Can I get a discount on my homeowner's insurance by installing Class 4 shingles? Multiple major insurance carriers will provide some discounts. The most popular one being probably State Farm Insurance. But Farmers, Allstate, USA, we've seen discounts for installing Class 4 shingles. Keep in mind, these incentives are changing all the time depending on your insurance company. So do contact your agent before installing Class 4 shingles to see, hey, what kind of discount can I get? How much does it cost to upgrade to a Class 4 shingle on an average Colorado home? So price ranges between around $2,000 and $3,000 roughly to upgrade from a very basic roof up into kind of a premium Class 4 shingle. Of course, that depends on the quality of shingle you're upgrading from and the quality of shingle that you're upgrading to, but that's just sort of a rough range that we see on typical Colorado homes. When done the right way, we do see situations for Colorado homeowners where upgrading to Class 4 basically pays for itself through saving deductibles and discounts on premiums and not having to do a new roof after that next hailstorm. All right, here are our takeaways. Highest performing shingle was Class 4 GAF ArmorShield II shingles. And my takeaway on the Timberline Natural Shadow shingle, it is certainly not Class 4. I think we proved that in the test. And as far as comparing Owens Corning Duration versus Owens Corning Duration Storm, and is it worth the upgrade? Based on our little test, it's not worth the money to even upgrade. If you're gonna get a Class 4 shingle, definitely go with an SBS modified shingle like GAF ArmorShield II. That SBS synthetic rubber in the shingle clearly performs better. We saw it in the test today, and we see it out in the field every single day when we're doing real roof inspections here in Colorado. I'm Patrick with WestPro Home Exteriors here in Longmont, Colorado. Thank you guys for watching. For more detailed information on Class 4 shingles, where they're required by code in Colorado, there's gonna be a link in the description below.